Good morning. Today's a bit of a special day. I don't like doing promotional videos, but I've got a new track out today. It's called Gone. So the reason I am talking about this track, as I said, I don't like to do promotional videos. Hey, go buy my track, man. Go and listen to my track, man. I don't like doing all that sort of stuff. You know, I do post promotion, obviously, but I try not to be as with these videos anyway. But the reason why I'm going to talk about it is because it's it marks an end from what I believe to be my turbulent youth to a grown adult. You know, I'm 38 this year, or 39. You lose count after you turn 30. But anyway, so I believe that I actually feel like I've grown up now. It's mad to say, because you know, all through my late 20s and my early 30s, I still felt like a kid. I still felt not a kid, not like a child, but not grown up. You know what I mean? I didn't feel mature at all, really. I thought I did, but I didn't. So, well, I wrote a couple of songs in my life. Literally, like I didn't sing it. I wrote the lyrics. I wrote the tune, produced it, got someone to do the lyrics, edited all their vocals, and basically made it into a track. Released it, and what it's about, it's about social anxiety, paranoia, things I was feeling towards the end of my party days, where I needed to make the change, and so it's quite a what's the word, personal song. I use metaphors in it, obviously, about being alone in the desert and in the sea and climbing mountains and all that kind of stuff. You know, the old cheese fest. But yeah, so just towards the end of my party days, when I was doing a lot of stuff, and it was classed as where I'm from, it was classed as a badge of honour of how hard you could go and how many days you could stay up, and how much of this you drunk and how much of that you took, and all this kind of stuff. And it was like a badge of honour. As I said, we used to call yourself hardcore. I'm hardcore, you know. I'm gonna do it hardcore, and just was mad, you know, just a turbulent, crazy, wild time. And I was one of the people who was looked at as being quite hardcore, so to say, the party boy. But that come with its own baggage, didn't it? So I would just remember, like, I'd be in a after party, well, a party in someone's house or my own house or anything like that, or in an hotel, and just once the sense of paranoia hit, it was the most horrible thing that I could imagine. Like, there's no shaking it, there's no getting out of it, and you'd think that all your best friends were taking the piss out of you and saying stuff about your missus and all. It was horrible, and it was like, I've never been a kind of person who curls up into a ball. So I'm like, in my head, I'm just thinking, I think they're taking the mick out of me. I've got to say something. If I don't say something, I look like I'm going to be weak. And I'd say something, people are like, what are you on about? What are you going on about? Even though in my head I was convinced that people were like, you know, against me and that. It was absolutely horrendous. And I've had some of the worst moments in my life like that. And this is what this song talks about more than anything, about the time where you'll be just sat in a party with people who you've been having a real good time with, people you've grew up with all your life, and you know what I mean, you just the moment hits when it's like 8 o'clock in the morning and you're just paranoid and it's horrible, and you don't know where to go. And the worst one is when you're somewhere where you can't physically go home, where you're like stuck somewhere, like stuck in a hotel somewhere. You know what I mean? And I've been in that kind of situation before, where you're not close to home, and it's horrible. And that's what's made me like go sober and clean and have this different attitude. I've always been positive, and I've always been trying to be as nice as I can, even though towards the end of the party days that it seemed to be fashionable to be horrible to people and say horrible things, and you know, I went along with it kind of thing, and it wasn't me. And maybe that was my body saying, you need to stop this, this ain't you. You know what I mean? We're going to give you a bit of a shake up and scare you and make you feel horrible, and you know, and basically I just retired from social life. Literally just took myself away, and for the next like 10 years or so I've been just working towards this day. And with this track I'm like releasing it now, and like everything's changing now. I can feel the change. I really can. It's like I'm ready for a new positive chapter in my life, in the music industry, doing parties, doing music, performing, but with a completely different mindset and attitude, and I'm really excited about it. Like, I feel like I'm in the position now where I could just drive to a rave, go and have a couple of hours at the rave, be social, have a dance, and get in my car and bugger off without having a drink. I feel like I'm in that zone now. I don't feel like socially anxious, because I did try and go out a few times before, but I just be anxious, dead anxious, like, you know, something had changed in me. From this confident person, I've just turned into this like blithering idiot, blithering mess. And I don't want to sound like bad to people who are still going through it now, because I know it's horrible, but it can be done. You can be changed. You've got to use your strategies and get some exercise in your life, get some good healthy food in you, give yourself a bit of purpose, get away from it all. You know what I mean? Break ties. That's the hardest thing that you can do, and just make the change. But yeah, so I'm not going to go on too long about this video. Just as I said, I just wanted to explain what the message behind the track was. This bloody bandana keeps falling down my face. It looks ridiculous. So I was thinking, does this Uber Cool Sound project come to an end soon? Am I ready to change it all up and be myself? But I think I'm going to keep it going, because I don't know, the way you know, I've looked at some people who've given me tips on profiling, like, don't let people know who you are, because you kind of subconsciously hold back from what you want to say and that. And am I ready to tell the world who I am and what I've done and all that? I don't think I am, not because like of my profession and that. So I think I'm going to carry it on, although I might start up something new and something fresh, completely away from here. But basically, Gone is my last track. Everything's changing this year. All my artwork on my is changing. My branding's kind of changing, everything around. So it's a good ending point. It should have really been at the end of last year, but you know what? With this lockdown carrying on into this year, I think this is the perfect time for it. I think this is the perfect time for anyone that's dealing with like any issues that they've got and wanna, you know, they can see something changing and a new day is dawning and all that kind of stuff. So I think it's going to be my final song in this chapter of my life. It's different. I know it's not like techno and that. It's like more of an electronic pop song really. But I hope you like it. Go and check it out, and if you do like it, then share it for me, please, and you can download it from there. So I ain't gonna make too much of a big deal of it. I'm just gonna let it see how it pans out, see if it falls into anyone's hands, and hopefully it gives someone a bit of hope. So yeah, let's all try and make this part of the year now. Just think, right, we've gone through the worst part of this lockdown, and let's all look forward to a nice spring, a nice summer, and let's get back at it, man. Let's get some more. Let's have another crack. Let's draw a line in the sand. Let's forgive ourselves for our pasts, and let's forget about the past. Let's stop dwelling on the past. You know what I mean? The past is done. Let's think about the future now, and that's it. That's going to be my mentality. You know, use your past. Your past is where you've got today, so never forget it. You know what I mean? Never forget where you've come from. And try and I'm gonna make more of an effort trying to see old friends and stuff in a different light, because I don't feel like I've got to play up to a character anymore. I think I've established my new character. I've got a new kid on the way. You know, I've got my existing child. I've got my partner. I've got my job. Things are going absolutely sweet. So, you know what I mean? It's time to take it to that next level with the old music. So, listen, I'm gonna go because I'm waffling on, and I know it's daft, but yeah. So, love you all. Whoever watches this video, I hope you get a bit of positivity from it, because that's all it's intended to do. And I'll see you in a couple of days probably. So, peace, man. Laters.